let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Got it. Watch 57. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Fire. On first down, it's Rudolph. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones maybe bring...
It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Rudolph throwing on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have a third down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here, because you've got the ability?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, here's Mixon. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Hands up! Leave! You ain't going nowhere. Tight end Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo.
Third down from the gun. Dalton going up top. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Bengals 7, Steelers 0.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Rudolph on first down. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run with Connor. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Dante Moncrief, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Here's Switzer. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. The first quarter of the NFL season in the books after tonight, but Week 5 right around the corner. And it all starts Thursday night with a good one from Seattle. The Rams and the Seahawks in the NFC West. Kickoff 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 out on the West Coast from CenturyLink Field. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On first down, it's Samuels. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish. And who
the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bengals getting set to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
26 months. Let's get off the field. Regular.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton, and that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
93, 52, 93, 44. Here you go. Stop!
Dalton, 1st and 10. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. He's coming. Hey, help!
Here's Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. Rudolph loses the football. It's out. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on second and long. Rudolph. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now Joe Mixon. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw here, Dalton. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Green brings it in. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 1st and 10 for Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Andy Dalton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Watch left, watch left. Watch left.
Throwing again. Dalton. That is caught inside the 5. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rudolph over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the 50, it's Rudolph. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Dalton. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years?
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
It's caught by Moncrief. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Dalton here from the gun. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dalton. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Okay, ready? Mike, 57. Defense wins championships, baby.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Andy Dalton. He finds Ross. Right side. It's complete. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Green with a catch left side. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ryan Shazier able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own
30 base. Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
Now Rudolph on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down, and that catch also puts him at 150 yards receiving now for the game. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And shutting him off, now open field. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Pittsburgh. Get him.
This is Connor running right. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard, 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. On 2nd and 9, Rudolph, screen pass to Connor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Going deep for Moncrief. And that will be incomplete. Now, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. And Dalton to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. Had a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Throwing, Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's second down. To throw again. Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. Mixon with a first down carry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed him. So now it brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now it's Rudolph. On the left side, it's McDonald. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on second down, Rudolph. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch it. Hey. Switch gears.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton, and Green with a catch left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Dalton, and this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
At the Steelers' 32-yard line.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the fourth quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points, defense held them, and lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for Cincinnati, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.